Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. According to The Sun, Man United ready to hand Marcus Rashford a new 5-year deal as a reward for his early season form. Rashford's current contract expires next year. There is an option of a further 12 months. Rashford, on his current contract, earns around £200,000 a week. Marcus Rashford did score twice in Manchester United's 3-1 win against Arsenal. He also got an assist in that game. Rashford, of course, scored in Manchester United's 2-1 win against Liverpool earlier on in the season. But yeah, it's good that we are now starting to get the best out of Rashford. Last season, I thought he endured a lot of poor games. Don't forget, he missed the first 2 months, was it, of last season with that shoulder problem. He had to have an operation on his shoulder. Rashford has been part of Manchester United for a long time. He came up our academy. He's been a United player since the age of 7 and he broke into our senior squad back in 2016 and he's gone on to make over 300 appearances. Now, I want to give you some news regarding Eric Bailly. So, not so long ago, Eric Bailly accused Manchester United of favouring English players. He also had a swipe at Harry Maguire. Eric Bailly is out on loan with Marseille. Of course, Manchester United loaned him out. I think Eric Bailly is a good centre-half. He's just injury prone. You know, he had a lot of injuries at Man United. Bailly's under contract with Man United till 2024. Manchester United got Bailly from Villarreal back in 2016. Manchester United paid 30 million. So there you go. We have seen a lot of players depart the club this year. Obviously, like I just said, we saw Eric Bailly go out on loan to Marseille. Alex Telles went out on loan to Sevilla. Dean Henderson went out on loan to Nottingham Forest. Lee Grant left earlier on this year. Man United sold Andres Pereira. We loaned Ethan Laird out to QPR. We loaned Hannibal Mejbri out to Birmingham. We loaned Amad Diallo Traore out to Sunderland. Man United let Matic go to Roma, so Matic is reuniting with Jose Mourinho. Pogba made a return to Juventus. Man United let him go for the second time on a free earlier on this year. Man United let Jesse Lingard go to Nottingham Forest on a free transfer. We let Juan Mata leave on a free. I'm heard that he's close to a move to Galatasaray. And Cavani left Man United earlier on this year on a 3. We've seen young players as well leave the club. And certainly more players will leave Manchester United next year. I think next year Harry Maguire needs to go because Harry Maguire is not good enough to represent the club. Harry Maguire doesn't start now. You know, he's been dropped for the last, 4 or 5 games, and Manchester United look a far superior team without Maguire. Maguire did come on in the 3-1 win against Arsenal and he got a yellow card. Man United's first choice centre-halves are Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez, and they play very well together. But I said I think Maguire will start tonight against Real Sociedad because Lisandro Martinez recently picked up an injury. Man United overpaid for Maguire, got him for 80 million. Revert back to last season, the vast majority of Man United fans were demanding for the captaincy to be taken off Maguire. Phil Jones, I reckon he's leaving next year. He's not one of our first choice centre-halves. Jones's contract expires next year. Jones has been a long-serving player at Man United. He's enjoyed around 11 years at the club. He's been with us since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. Axel Tuanzebe will leave next year, I'd say. Last season he was out on loan with Aston Villa. He's enjoyed 3 loan spells with Aston Villa. Tuanzebe is another one that don't get in the team. Back up. Lindelof, I reckon he'll be leaving next year because he's not one of our first choice centre-halves. Luke Shaw, I think he could be leaving next year because there's no way back for Luke Shaw in the Man United team now because Terrell Malacia is our first choice left back. Luke Shaw's injury prone and he had a knock not so long ago. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I reckon he's leaving next year. I'll say the same thing as I said regarding Shaw. There's no way back for him in the team as Diego Dalot's our first choice right back. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, you know, has been at Man United since 2019. Man United got him from Crystal Palace in a deal worth 50 million. And Wan-Bissaka's recently, by the way, had a knock. Fred, I think he's also leaving Manchester United next year. He's no longer one of our first choice centre midfielders following the arrivals of Casemiro and Christian Eriksen. Obviously, they're our first choice midfielders now. Fred has had his good games at Man United, but I've got my strong reservations about him. Man United got Fred from Shakhtar Donetsk in a deal worth 50 million. Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm expecting him to leave Manchester United next year. Cristiano Ronaldo's already accepted that he'll be staying at Man United until January. Not so long ago it said Erik ten Hag expects Cristiano Ronaldo to stay at Manchester United. Ronaldo has not started a game for a while. He obviously came on in the 3-1 win against Arsenal, and to his credit, he made an impact. Ronaldo's contract at Man United expires next year. There is an option to extend for a further year. Man United re-signed Ronaldo last year from Juventus. Ronaldo's been his second spell at the club. Since Ronaldo re-signed, he's got 18 goals in the Premier League. He has 24 goals in all competitions. And he's got a good pedigree as a player. He's won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. I reckon Manchester United will sell Anthony Martial next year. Martial doesn't get in the team. He's had some injuries this season. He's out with injury at the moment. Revert to pre-season, Martial was in scintillating form. Last season, he was out on loan with Sevilla. Martial's under contract with Man United till 2024. He's been at Man United for around 7 years or so. Man United got him from Monaco. The best season Martial enjoyed was his debut season under Louis van Gaal. So there you go. And Brandon Williams, I reckon that he's going to leave next year because he doesn't really get in the team either. Last season he was out on loan with Norwich. But anyway, you know the news regarding the Glazers The Glazers have set a 3.75 billion price tag on Manchester United, which could tempt interest from Dubai. A few weeks ago, it said the Glazers are open to selling a minority stake in Manchester United. Revert back to a few weeks ago as well, it said Sir Jim Ratcliffe wants to buy Manchester United. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is one of Britain's richest men. He's a billionaire worth 15 billion. Earlier on this year, it said that Elon Musk joked about buying Man United. Elon Musk is an American billionaire worth around 218 billion. And earlier on this year, it said Michael Knighton was preparing a bid to buy the club from the Glazer family. For a long time now, Manchester United fans have been protesting against the Glazers. The Glazers have owned the club since 2005, so they've owned Man United for around 17 years. At Manchester United, we've got Richard Arnold, he's our CEO. He replaced Ed Woodward when Woodward resigned. We've got John Murtaugh, he's our Director of Football. We've got Benny McCarthy at the club. Quite a few weeks ago, Sir Alex Ferguson came back to Manchester United in an advisory role. And obviously Eric Ten Hag is the Manchester United manager. And I've got to say, he's now found that identity. I've given Eric Ten Hag a lot of credit in the last 4 games because I like the way he's approached them games. You know, he's kept Maguire out of the team and he's not started Ronaldo. Revert back to the first 2 league games though, Eric Ten Hag got prejudged by a lot of Man United fans. I never prejudged him. You know, reflecting on the win against Arsenal at Old Trafford, it was Eric Ten Hag's 4th win as Man United manager. You know, Ten Hag is aware that he must exceed expectations at Man United. And, you know, Ten Hag has made 6 signings as the Manchester United manager. Brought Terrell Malacia in from Feyenoord, brought Christian Eriksen in on a 3 transfer. When Christian Eriksen officially signed, he signed a 3-year contract. He brought Lisandro Martinez in from Ajax. Brought Casemiro in from Real Madrid. Man United got Casemiro in a deal worth 70 million. Man United paid an initial fee of 60 million with 10 million in add-ons. Casemiro, I think, could be making his first start tonight against Real Sociedad. He didn't start against Arsenal. I thought he would have started against Arsenal. McTominay started ahead of him. Casemiro did come on in the game against Arsenal. Man United, he'd signed Anthony. Anthony, of course, made his debut against Arsenal and Anthony scored on his debut. It was a lovely finest place finish in the 6-yard box. Man United got Anthony for around 86 million. He's Man United's 2nd most expensive signing ever and he's the 4th most expensive signing in Premier League history. And Eric Ten Hag brought Martin Dubravka in on loan from Newcastle. A 2 million loan deal was agreed. There's an option to buy for around 5 or 6 million. Martin Dubravka will seldom play. You know, he's just used as a backup to number 1 David De Gea. I think Dubravka could make his debut tonight though against Real Sociedad. And yeah, Man United have spent over £200 million this year. But Eric Ten Hag, you know, he's got rid of players as well, but let me put into the equation, he's still inheriting Deadwood. you've got to admire what Ten Hag did when he was the Ajax manager, because when he was the Ajax manager, he won Eredivisie titles, he won Dutch Cups, and revert back to 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals, and he developed the young players well. In the past, Ten Hag managed Utrecht, Bayern Munich's reserves, and Go-Ahead Eagles. Ten Hag replaced Rangnick earlier on this year, because Rangnick left Man United earlier on this year. Rangnick was Man United's interim manager for around 5 months. But Ten Hag, he's under contract to Man United till 2025. There's an option of an additional year. So yeah, you know, he is Man United's 5th permanent manager since Sir Alex Ferguson. 5 managers have left Manchester United since Ferguson. Obviously, after Ferguson, Man United had Moyes. We sacked him after 10 months. He enjoyed the short managerial tenure with the club. After Moyes, Man United had Louis van Gaal. Sacked him after 2 years. We won the FA Cup under him. After Louis van Gaal, Man United sacked Jose Mourinho. We sacked him after 2.5 years. Mourinho did enjoy one good season at Man United because he won 3 trophies in his first season. After Mourinho, Man United had Solskjaer. We sacked him after almost 3 years in charge. Solskjaer got sacked in November last year. And like I said earlier on this year, we saw Ralph Rangnick leave the club. In the last 10 years, Man United have spent over £1 billion, and we've brought over 40 players in since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. As things stand, Man United have not won a domestic trophy since 2017. The last time we won the Premier League was back in 2013. That's almost 10 years ago now. But we've got to accept that no one is going to replicate what Sir Alex Ferguson did at the club. Sir Alex Ferguson is the greatest manager of all time. When he was the Man United manager, he won over 30 trophies, including 13 Premier League titles. So reflecting on that, brought success to the club. But Ferguson didn't settle in straight away because he didn't win out in his first 4 years at Man United. Alex Ferguson was a long-serving manager. He enjoyed like a 26-year managerial tenure at Man United. Alex Ferguson retired almost 10 years ago. Before Ferguson, Manchester United had Ron Atkinson. Weren't that good under him. We had Wilf McGuinness at one point. We had Franco Farrell. At one point we got relegated under him back in the 1970s. Franco Farrell passed away, was it last year or the year before? At one point we had Sir Matt Busby, and we had good periods under Sir Matt Busby. So anyway guys, that's everything to update with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.